to file that counterclaim. And so I have no choice because I have to be fair to both sides. And so I have no choice but to, at least for the purposes of this proceeding, deem those claims abandoned by you, and they're not going to be heard by this court. Dave Pata versus Seth Burton.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Paul Fesser on behalf of plaintiff.
Oh, there you go. Your name, sir? You can come right up to the podium.
Up to the podium.
He's there.
All right. Where are we now on this case?
You want me to speak, Your Honor?
Well, somebody tell me where they think we are.
Yeah, Your
All
Honor.
possessions.
This is the fourth time we've been here.
Yeah. Oh, joy me. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So the fourth time we've been here, you gave defendant until November 28th to get all his possessions out. Anything left would be abandoned. You gave him until 12/1 to file a counter complaint. I never received a counter complaint, so I am not exactly sure. At this point, if a counter complaint hasn't been filed, I haven't received it. I would ask for a possession judgment at this point.
Your Honor, if I may speak, I was under the impression you gave me to 12/5 to file the counter, and I have that here with me today. I was at the clerk's office
No,
prior.
hold on. I made it very clear because deadlines had been blown before on this, and I indicated that you would remove all the property from the premises by 11/28/2025. Any property left as of 12:01 a.m. on 12/1 25 shall be deemed abandoned and may be disposed of by plaintiff. That same hearing, I also ordered that you were to file a counterclaim or counter complaint. If you were to have one, you were to file that by December 1st.
My mistake. I thought it was by the 5th today, and I have that list with me today, Your Honor.
I'm not going to permit the counterclaim to be filed at this point in time because it's going to cause prejudice to the plaintiff. They don't have any notice. They have not even been presented a copy.
I was officially bringing it to the clerk's office with me today. They've already even put their signature tab on here, but they said that you had the file.
Yes, I had the file, but I'm not accepting it because I'm just telling you, I ordered that it be filed by December 1st. And that was part of the reason for that date was a copy was to get to plaintiff's counsel so that when we came here, we'd know exactly what we were talking. So without that, what is your defense to this claim? Have you gotten all the property out?
Yes, Your Honor. All the property was removed. The birds were taken to sanctuary. The vehicles have been moved. The trailers have been moved. It was communicated.
So is there any reason that you need possession of the premises?
I've relinquished possession of the premises, Your Honor.
So the only thing that I have in this case, there's no money claim in this case. It's just for possession. So I don't see a reason why I shouldn't then just grant them a judgment for possession so that they can take possession of the premises.
I don't have an issue with them taking possession. I text message Mr. Petta that the power would be shut off today, that everything was out of the house, and that I would even still bring a dumpster there after the 15th to remove the stuff that was destroyed from the broken pipe from the insurance claim, if that was still required, or if he so requested.
How much rent is owing? This was filed as a non-payment claim, but counsel, how much is owing?
Well, excuse me. He hasn't paid rent since, I believe, July or June, whenever that event occurred. And, he has an argument for abatement of rent. I don't know if it's, we just didn't want to argue about that. That's why we just went straight for possession, Your Honor.
I understand that, but if it's a possession claim, you filed it as a non-payment of rent possession claim. I just need an amount that you're claiming is owed.
Let me check the complaint real quick, Your Honor.
10,000.
Can I make a statement about the status of the residence, Your Honor? It's still.
Hold on, Dave. What's the number? Do you have that?
12,600. He hasn't made a payment for rent since
12,600.
Yep.
So here's what I'm going to do, folks. There's no counterclaim that has been filed in this case. And so that you understand, sir, I'm not ordering a money judgment. I just have to have a redemption amount for the complaint or for the judgment. So I'm going to find no tribal issue after a hearing. I'm going to grant a judgment to the plaintiff for possession. Redemption amount, I'm just going to indicate 12,600 plus cost if he sought to redeem the property, and that writ would issue the 15th.
Okay. Could you clarify to me exactly what that means, Your Honor?
What that means is you've already really relinquished possession, but I'm granting them a judgment for possession of the premises. And that means there's a judgment. If you wish, for whatever reason, but it doesn't sound like that's the case, to stay in the premises or redeem your interest, your tenancy interest in it, you would need to pay them $12,600 plus the court cost in this case. If you don't do that, then they can file a writ unless possession has been surrendered by the 15th of this month.
And what does
a writ is an order of eviction, meaning that if you were going to stay on the premises, they could have the sheriff come and actually physically remove you from the premises.
Understood. So,
all right.
And the fact that the house was not livable since the incident happened.
You needed to file a counterclaim. And frankly, sir, I hear you, but I gave you on October 10th, I had indicated that you needed to file an answer by the 17th, which would include a counterclaim. You did not do that. And then even when you came back, and there were 2 other occasions, and then finally, and you still didn't file it. And so on the 21st of November, I directed specifically that you were to file a counter complaint by December 1st, 2025. I issued other orders regarding the items of property that were there. You did not follow this court's order to file that counterclaim. And so I have no choice because I have to be fair to both sides. And so I have no choice but to, at least for the purposes of this proceeding, deem those claims abandoned by you, and they're not going to be heard by this court.
Your Honor, may I say something?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will submit an order, Your Honor.
I'll sign the judgment when it's presented. Thank you.
Thank you.
He won't let you speak, but he lets him.
Maple Heights Apartment versus Jeffrey Payette.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alex Bozeman on behalf of the plaintiff.
Do we have the other side? He's not here. Thank you. It's not here. And I think this is their motion to set aside.